And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of it.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Going to give this time to the tailback. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jannard Avery. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
At the 25-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. Swift looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And this is caught at the 8. Last play they got stumped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, Swift. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. On 1st down, Swift. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side, Swift, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a 1st down.
Throwing his Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On play action, it's Wentz. Wide open receiver, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Just like that.
To throw is Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, They talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 7 to Andy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
The tackle made by Derek Barnett. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Check 53. Come this way. Here we go. Somebody. 53. Hey, Wood. 53 at the mic. 53 at the mic. I got one.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
4th down.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On 2nd down, Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Grant, 68 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson now. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down now. It's Grant, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
56.
Jackson now, throwing on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left.
Let's make these faces cry.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing now is Wentz. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now wins, and that is incomplete here. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, That's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 44, Jackson being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Samson Abukum. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jannard Avery, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wentz now to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. It doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 1.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And look at this. It's a fake. He juked him. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. That goes for 15 yards on the fake, a first down. And a lot of fist pumps right now on that sideline. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They go back to Grant. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So a nice chunk play running the football followed by that, going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, maybe so, but they don't seem to be that concerned about it because when you got a big-time runner, you will trade a few of those for those big chunk explosive runs that he provides. Those add up over time, don't they?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jannard Avery in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 25. Check 25.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Swift. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with Sanders. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
On second down now, Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. They come out here in the eye. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really